Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today I've got some Girl Scout Thin Mints I'm going to be munching on while we do something I thought might be kind of fun. Or it could be terrible and awful and we'll hate it, but I thought we'd give it a try. Really quick, if you want to support the channel, you can just hit the subscribe button. It's free. And if you like the video, you can hit the like button. Let me set the scene. We're in Kangen water, right? We're in an MLM, everybody, okay? Buckle up. We are at Kangen Water's trip, the Enagic Magic, you know what I'm saying? And we're sitting there and we're gonna listen to somebody talk to us. And we've covered her before on my channel. Her name's Whitney. Whitney has this thing with this dress. I think it's $100 bill. And she wears it a lot. I don't understand. I loathe it. I'm gonna be very honest. And I'm not judging her looks. That dress couldn't be me. I'll just say that. Couldn't be me. So we're gonna watch this. It says Race to Freedom with Whitney Marie. Buckle up, let's get started.
It's the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Really quickly, if you like Liquid IV, feel free to go to the link in my description. You'll get 20% off because I am an affiliate with them. Let's watch.
I'm so honored to introduce my good friend, Whitney. She is a phenomenal trainer, speaker, entrepreneur, and I love Whitney's story so much.
One of my favorite things so far, first off, if at any point I have chocolate in my teeth, ignore. If you heard of Girl Scout cookies, I'm eating some Thin Mints. Look at those water jugs. Remember, this is Kangen Water. It's a magical water company. The jugs are taking me out right now. You're telling me that they walk around the event with gallon jugs of water? Jesus Christ.
You guys, because she was an entrepreneur before this. She owned her own business. She knows what it's like to grind, to work, like actually work.
What do you know about grinding? I'm in a silly, goofy mood today.
Not sit behind a screen, like actually hustle, move, like hours. And I think she has such an amazing team and such a huge impact because she sees the value of our system. Because if you guys have tried to build something online before by yourself, it is hard and you're alone and you don't have direction, and she's been there. Her biggest month is $23,000. She's so passionate about her life has completely transformed.
$23,000 was her biggest month? Is that what she means? My biggest month was about $50,000 in Arbonne. And their stuff is at least $1,000 for their water system or whatever. Does she mean like by herself? I'm confused. That's about 23 people. I've helped more than 23 people on my own in 1 month. Helped. Did y'all hear me? Oh my God, I'm speaking in MLM terms. I don't know, whatever.
So she's so passionate about showing others this path because she knows what it can do. She knows the legacy it can create. And I'm so pumped up to just see her open this up because you guys are in for a treat. So please welcome Whitney to the stage.
Woo! Let's go! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Let's go, fam! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Becca. Oh, I love you so much. That was so sweet. Y'all, good morning. Good morning. Grand Rising, everybody. I mean, Colton knew what he was doing when he put me to open up the show on the Saturday morning, because I'm going to get y'all lit, okay? I'm going to get y'all lit. I need everybody to stand up.
She can get us lit. She gonna need a match. She gotta strike the match to get us lit, because that's about the only way I'm gonna get lit in this.
Everybody to stand up, and I want you to look to your partner left and right and behind and just congratulate each other on your abundance.
Congratulations on not being in an MLM, and if you are, congratulations for leaving, because go ahead. You should go. Not away from this video, just out of your MLM. Early congratulations. Ready? Congratulations for leaving. And then comment below when you do.
Congratulate yourself on each other's abundance. We are so abundant. We are limitless. We are limitless. Okay?
I am so Sorry, but Ava, can you show us that girl crawling across the floor? Listen, I don't know why. That made me giggle.
I am so privileged to be opening up Saturday Race to Freedom. And you all should feel very, very blessed to be here, right? To be in a room of people that are hungry, motivated, hydrated, and are really looking towards their future and have a bigger vision, because it took somebody to pour some vision into me and to really expand my vision. And that's why it's so important for you guys to be in this room, for you guys to come every time an event and bring other people with you, because your belief is going to inspire other people. Your decisions are going to impact other people's lives and their legacy and their children's lives.
We're talking about some water system. It's all fake. It's pseudo-science. We're talking about water. That's ridiculous to say, Whitney.
So as y'all can see, I'm wearing a shmoney dress. We're gonna be talking about blue faces today. And as you guys can see, drink water, get paid, okay? And understanding the patented...
Did she just say drink water, get paid? Get paid? It's almost as bad as when someone in an MLM is like, you post on your stories or you share something. Oh, you share something and you get paid. That's not how this works in multi-level marketing, my gal. Drink water, get paid. Hello? I knew you would call me. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was pretty bad, huh? Yeah. That's all you wanted to say? Okay. All right. Bye. That was Jesus. He was laughing his ass off at just the fact that she said, get paid to drink water. And then he reminded me that he can turn water to wine. And then I said, I'd like some of that.
Because I had never... Who was confused when they started learning about the compensation plan? Raise your hand. Be honest. Raise your hand. Right? I still am, right? Like, we're still learning. We're still evolving. So I'm wearing the blue face dress because I'm going to be talking about money, and I'm so passionate. I feel like
I'm very confused what she means by blue face.
We don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about the opportunity enough. And y'all about to see me get real loud on my social medias, talking about the business, talking about the opportunity, because yes, we distribute these water machines to change people's lives, right? But the only way we change people's lives is if we get distributors that understand how the compensation plan works, how to really move the needle in the direction of their future.
So you just contradicted yourself saying we change lives by distributing these water machines, but then you say we change lives by getting distributors to understand the compensation plan. So I'm confused, Whit.
I mean, if you had at your job and you had bonus plans that were there available to you at your fingertips, wouldn't you want to know? And wouldn't you want to be able to articulate that so that your distributors and the people that you are bringing forward can have a true understanding, okay? So that's what we're going to be covering today. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. So that's my handle. Y'all can tag me on Instagram if I say something compelling, okay? My name is Whitney Solomoff. And my problem, you guys, was I was a working owner, okay? I was a working owner at a clothing boutique business. You guys can see down in the corner right there that that was the first day of my grand opening. And you guys can see my hair was wild and crazy. It's because I literally didn't sleep all night. I was tagging that entire store, couldn't figure out how to work the printer. That started my entrepreneurial journey, okay? I jumped off the cliff. I left corporate America. I was working at corporate America for about a decade in fashion and retail. I was growing teams, producing numbers, managing, and opening up stores. So my problem was that I wanted to leave corporate. Say aye if you guys have a corporate job that y'all want to leave. Yeah, come on, like, give it to me. I need that energy exchange, okay? I heard someone over here screaming like, I got to go. So yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. Give me that energy exchange, you guys, because it's all reciprocal, okay? So
if you can't get up and speak well without an energy exchange, then you're not a great speaker or leader. Just saying.
I wanted to leave corporate, and I had personal loss. Who has ever had personal loss in their life?
Everybody has had personal loss. Do you mean like a death? She better not do this. She better not do what I think she's gonna do.
Raise your hand. Everybody in this room has had personal loss. And I endured tons of personal loss when my entrepreneurial journey started. And I wanna say their names. Andrew Negretti, Margaret Negretti, Staniel Solomoff, Daniel Solomoff, and Vanessa Morlett. You guys have to turn this pain into power. You guys have to use it as a force that's gonna propel you instead of pull you back. I use that force and I use that passion to start my entrepreneurial journey. Okay.
So now we're taking people's grief and pain from losing somebody in their life and trying to make them use that as a way to push their entrepreneurial journey to be better. I understand the idea of like taking something horrible and painful and making it great, like turning it into something good, but this is not that. This is weird, Whitney.
Okay? And I know that we all have personal loss, but I want you guys to really take that and turn that pain into your power, turn it into fire,
This is a really great example of taking people's grief, manipulating it so that they will do with it what you want them to do with it.
turn it into fuel, because now I get to live in my purpose. I get to say these people's names. And I heard a saying that nobody ever really dies if you continue to talk about them. So talk about the people that you love. Talk about the legacy that you are building in their honor. Because I would not be on this stage if it was not for Vanessa Morlett. If it wasn't for somebody who believed in me. If it wasn't for somebody who literally poured water into me, right? It's crazy. So I was a working owner. I had no time freedom. I had big overhead, okay? I was still trading my time for money. Next slide. And my solution, you guys, I found eNagic. Okay, I found eNagic, and I started this. I got my machine in about mid-2019. I had no idea what I was doing. We did not have the systems that we have today. Like, round of applause for the systems and all of the programs, the boot camps, right? The software. We are so spoiled. We are beyond spoiled. And I want to thank Colton for really creating this community of leaders that band together, because it's far and few between. I think that's what makes us so powerful, is that our leadership, and that we are really a family, and that we all really work together, and we have so many gifts. When we're building the infrastructure of the new world, we need leaders. And that's why
Of the new world? When we're building infrastructure of the new world? What the hell is she talking about? She's not giving a lot, but she's giving something, and I think it's an ick. I think she's giving me the ick.
you guys really need to understand this compensation plan, because we're in the business of empowering and lifting others, and we're not talking about this enough. So I looked at my numbers the other day. I've earned over $305,000 since I started this in mid-2019, okay? 193,000 of that has been paid out in commissions. 112,000 of that is accounts receivable, and we're going to talk about accounts receivable and why you guys need them. Now I have time freedom. I just got back.
In 5 years, you got paid $190,000 in commission. In 5 years? That's not great. That's an average of $38,000 a year in commissions. That's not great.
From a trip from Spain. I was in Turks and Caicos in July, making money while traveling. It was my dream, because I had those 4 walls of my boutique that I couldn't escape. And I don't care if you're a doctor, I don't care if you're a lawyer, if you are still in bondage with your time, don't get it twisted. We're in this to make an impact. But when we make a huge impact in the world, massive income follows.
Bondage with your time? MLM is not time freedom, it's location freedom. You're still working. Most people are still working and then not getting paid for it, but you know what I mean.
What are we gonna do with that income? That income is gonna allow us to have more time freedom in our life, and that's the true bag. Okay, time freedom is the true bag. Yes, I got some snaps for that. So I'm working from Wi-Fi, little overhead, and duplicatable systems that work for you. All right, I'm gonna go through it. So a global opportunity, you guys, there is over a 72% payout in our company. Did you guys know that? 72%, 54% of that is in the 8 points. We are not a pyramid. Say I if somebody says, is this a pyramid scheme? Right?
If you have to say you're not a pyramid scheme, I instantly don't believe you. That's suspicious. If you have to say it, then frankly, it makes me think that you are.
Right? Like, is this a pyramid scheme? I'm like, yo, dude, pyramid schemes are illegal, okay? Yes, they
So are selling drugs, but people still do it. Shoplifting is still illegal. People still get away with it. I mean, it's just a bad point to make.
have a bad rap from like the 90s, but really, this took me understanding. I had to really understand this and wrap my way about how to make this type of income because I have never earned it. I'd either worked for corporate, traded my time for money and had a salary, or I was a working business owner and had to bust my butt to be in business for over 6 years. 54% of the payout is in the 8 points. We're gonna talk about that. We're based on points, okay? We're not based on volume. There's no triangle, there's nobody at the top. You
could describe it however you want. You could put glitter on shit. It's still going to be smelly and it's still going to be shit. So saying it's points means nothing to me. It makes no difference.
You bring somebody in, they could potentially outpace you, and that's what you want, right? You want to find somebody that has the ability to be better than you. 18% of the payout is in the bonus comp plan. Next slide. So the 8-point system, every time a machine is sold, there are 8 points of commission that get dispersed. And we're gonna be talking about the K8. And we're gonna be talking about the different evaluations that come with the different products that we sell, okay? So specifically the K8. Who owns a K8? Raise your hand. Okay, look at this room.
A few moments later.
What do you mean over $3,000? A K8 is $4,980? You gotta be shitting me right fucking now. That's insane. None of them are profiting. Ain't no way you're profiting in this business unless you're at the top. No way.
I know, y'all hydrated beautiful using that beauty water, I can tell. So we got the 1As, 2As, 3As, 4As, 5As, 6A. 1A, A stands for agent, okay? I like to say this mirrors after real estate. Do you want to be the broker or do you want to be the agent? Well, you have the opportunity. Well, really, we're both, right? Because we have upstreams and downstreams, but I want to be the broker, right? I want to have lots of agents to receive overrides. So every time you sell a machine,
you want to be a broker. And you want to receive overrides from your agents. So what you're saying right now, what she's just using the example to say that she's an upline and she has downlines that she's receiving income from.
Machine, there are 8 points of commission that get dispersed. With the K8, it's $340 per point. So one point, right? You get $340. On your second promotion, which is only on your third direct sale, you guys, you get a promotion of $680.
Well, tell me how many people sell 3 of these $5,000 systems. You get $340 when you sell one of these $5,000 systems. That's what I'm hearing. That's unbelievable.
And so on and so forth. And I'm gonna go, if we go to the next slide, I'll be able to break it down. So your first 2 sales, you guys make $340. And those are mandatory positions. Meaning, I'm gonna use the example, I sold a machine to my mom. I got $340. That was great. That was one of my first 2 sales. I sold another product to myself. I bought the turmeric, and the commission value for the turmeric is $100, so I got $100 back for that. And I satisfied those first 2 positions, which is so important. And we're gonna have some.
So selling 2 things is going to like fulfill this like double sale that makes things different. It's kind of like almost like a ranking type of ish thing where something happens when you sell 2 things. That's how hard it is to sell shit in this company, apparently.
But you do have that potential. So on my third direct sale, I met my friend Steven. And Steven, I made $680 when I sold my machine to Steven. I thought that was great, right? I was like, cool, $680. Well, Steven's in real estate, and he was like, I know people who can benefit from this. I was on a trip in Costa Rica, and Steven sold 6 machines. So I received $680 times 6. Wow, you guys, I had my machine paid off so quickly through referrals that I personally didn't even make.
Huh? So someone else did the work and you got paid $680 times 6? That's multi-level marketing. Whitney, Thank you for that. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's the leverage in this business, okay? That's the leverage. That's why you want to be educating people about the comp plan so they understand where they're going, how they're going to get there, and that they're going to get in a car with you and that you know where you're going.
So what she just said to us a second ago is she made $680 for her third sale. And then someone else made her $4,080. $4,080. Tell me that it's not about the downline. I don't believe you if you tell me that, because it's very obviously about the downline. That's what they want you to do. They want you to build a downline because that's where the money comes in.
Okay? So when your group hits a total of 10 direct sales, you get another point. So 340 times 3, what is it? Shout it out. 1,020. I know, maybe everybody needs this training. You guys don't know. Come on, 1,020, right? You get 1,020. 340 times 3 is 1,020. And I had moved up to 10 because Steven made 6 sales and I made 4. Do you guys get that? You guys get paid on direct and indirect sales, okay?
You get a point when certain things happen, when you make a certain amount of sales. If you have people underneath you selling as well, you also benefit from that, and it helps your points go up as well. So now that she has 3 points, for any sale that she sells or anyone else sells, she's going to get paid $1,020 instead of the original $340. It is a very confusing thing. I'm starting to understand it with her explanation. Basically, it's like every other MLM. What she's telling us is the more people in the downline you have, the better chance of you making more money, and pretty much saying like building the downlines where you're going to get paid the most and where you should be focusing your energy on.
And then when your group hits a 20, okay? When your group hits 20 on your 21st direct sale, you are opening up $1,360 franchise lanes, okay? That's huge. That's life-changing money. If you think about how much it takes you to earn $1,360 at your job, J-O-B, I like to say just over broke, okay?
Real fucking original, Whitney. Excuse my cussing. $1,300. My question is, how many people sell 20? How long does it take for someone to have 20 sales? And then at that point, that's when they start getting paid $1,300 for each machine sold. How long does it take for somebody to sell a $5,000 machine? I'm guessing if by your third sale, it goes up to $680 per machine sold for commission, it's probably a long time. Could you imagine trying to sell a water machine for $5,000? That's ridiculous.
Because, like, think of that. You sell a machine. I sold a machine to a guy I met on social media, Martin. And Martin has, I think, close to 40 sales in his organization. So I received over 40 checks that ranged between $1,360 down to $340. It depends on where it comes in where the sale happens in the organization, and how many points are allocated to that person based on where they sold in that franchise lane. Okay, so that's only 20 total sales, you guys. 98% of people that hit the rank of 4A, they hit the top rank of our company because there are some people under you that are selling machines. Like,
they hit the top rank of our company because there are people under them selling machines. Keep it coming, Wit. That's what I want to hear. Why do they hit the top rank of your company, Wit? Because there's people under them selling machines? Girl, she's getting in a bind that she's not going to be able to unravel.
My friend Gracie, she sold 10 machines, and out of those 10 people, 90 sales were generated. That's the leverage in this business, you guys. So once your group hits a total of 50 sales, on your 51st, you get another promotion. So 340 times 5, what is it? Yell it out. We bing, 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 right? We got some people that know the comp plan. $1,700, okay? That's amazing. $1,700? Are you kidding me?
How many people have sold 10? Whitney, tell me. How many people have only sold 10? Probably not many.
And then once your group hits a total of 100 sales, okay, then you forever get to open 2,040 franchise lanes, and we're going to go into that. This chart is really confusing. Have you guys seen this chart before? Like, right? It's kind of confusing.
It's meant to be confusing so that people like her who are at the top can manipulate and explain it in the way that they want to.
But I like to make it very easy for you guys. There are only 8 points, and they pay from the bottom up. They pay from the bottom up. So the points roll up, okay? So where the sale happens depends on how many points you get. Every single sale is different. Once the 8 points are gone, no more commissions gets dispersed. unless you're a 6A with the bonus comp plan, and we're gonna be educating you about that. And you're like, well, I don't want the sales to run, I don't want the commissions and points to run out. Yes, you do, because that means that you're building leaders. And what do we need to create the infrastructure in this world, in our community? We need leaders, okay?
Oh, that's a load of bullshit from her mouth. That's ridiculous. What she's saying is so ridiculous. She's taking this comp plan and explaining it the way she wants it to be explained instead of like being honest about it. It's all about creating a downline, and with your downline, you're going to make more money. To me, that's a pyramid scheme. If you're going to make a shit ton more money and the way you're going to rank up to the top, as she said, is through your downline, that's a pyramid scheme.
Next slide. So I'm gonna break it down for you. You guys can take some pictures of this. So you sell to somebody as a 6A. We got some 6As in the room? Yeah, raise your hand. Yes, right? We love, I'm telling you, you guys, just wait till you get 6A. It's a different ball game, okay? It's like, wow, like this potential is just, it's limitless. It's infinite, as are you, okay?
Infinite? They like to sensationalize their language and make it seem like it's something that it's not. And that's exactly what she's doing right now. She's sensationalizing her language.
So you sell to somebody as a 6A, so 6 times $340 is $2,040. You help them make 20 sales, and you get 20 checks that are gonna range anywhere from $340 to $680 to $1,020. It just depends where that sale has happened in the organization, because once you sell a machine to somebody, and that's a franchise lane that you're opening, every single machine is a franchise that you're opening, and any sale that happens in that organization, you get the points to which lane that you sold them in. Your 1A.
If it was a franchise that you were actually opening, Enagic would be a franchise company. It's not. It's a multi-level marketing company. It's a network marketing company.
Your 1A lane, 2A lane, 3A lane, 4A lane, 5A, 6A. You never know, because like with Steven, he kind of pushed me up to 3A faster, right? So then I was actually able.
Oh, so he helped you rank up by selling stuff. Huh. What does that sound like?
To make higher commissions faster because I received overrides from one of my downstreams. So you help them make 20 sales, you're gonna be getting 20 checks, ranging anywhere between $340, $680, $1,020. On their 21st direct sale, okay, they now take 4 of the 8 points, because there were only 8 points to be dispersed. So you may be thinking, all right, I'm gonna be getting another $2,040 check, but you're not, because there's a transfer of points. So they start to take the points, and then they take 4 points, and you take 4 points. That's a total of 8 points, right? Because they became 4A, there are only 8 points to be distributed, they get 4 of the points roll from the bottom up, and then then you get whatever points are left. Does that make sense? So now, so yes, 4 times 340 equals 1360. I want to tell you guys a quick little story. My fiance he's in this business, okay? He sold 1 machine. And I want you guys to listen to this. I want you guys to listen to the power of this.
Get your ears and listen up, because I have a feeling I know what she's going to say.
He is very successful. He runs his own HVAC mechanical business. He's working right now. And that's the problem, right? Yep. You still gotta work. You still gotta work on the weekends. And when you're an entrepreneur, it's like having the weight of the world on your shoulders. So I'm like, babe, what are you gonna do when I start making $100,000 a month? Right? Because like that's the direction that we're all going. And if you don't believe it, I want you to put that limiting belief out of your mind. We are infinite. We are powerful.
Hopefully he won't have to work. What do you think he's gonna do? You're gonna make him work if you're making $100,000 a month? Here's a rough draft of what Riley and I want to do eventually. I want to travel. I want to be a travel ultrasound technician. I want to travel. You make loads of money compared to like working as a full-time, and Riley won't have to work. At least work like in person. He can work online, but he won't have to do what he's currently doing. And I don't mind us taking a pay cut for him to enjoy life a little bit more, because he works so hard in general. If I was making $100K a month, my husband would not be fucking working. He would be doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. And I don't know. Maybe that's weird. Maybe that's weird of me. I find it weird that she would even ask her husband that.
Okay? I never spoke on stage until 2020, if you could believe it. February 2020 was the first time that I stepped on stage. Because of this water, because of this business, because of the self-development that's wrapped into this, I get to become the best version of myself. And now I'm gonna be doing this mastermind with Eric Worre, $25,000, oh my gosh. But you know what, I'm rich. And we're gonna make that 25K back in a month. So I want you to get these limiting beliefs out of your head and think about the potential of you and your network and the people that you're bringing in. So my fiance sold to...
The ick is so intense with her. Oh my God.
somebody as a foray, and I said, get in now or forever hold your peace. Because I know that this person is going to be introducing me to people that I want to work with. And for those of you who are introducing this and educating, you are doing your customers a disservice if you're not educating them about the tax benefit, if you're not educating them about how they can sell 10 machines and get a machine for free, that, hey, they can learn to do what you do, you can teach them, or they can just refer. That's what my fiance did. He referred me to one person. He now has almost 40 sales in his organization from selling to one person.
And there it is. I knew she's gonna fucking say that. Why would she say that and post it publicly? That's a pyramid scheme, babe.
Do you guys understand that? It was in his 1A leg. So, how many checks has he received? 40 times 340, because...
What is happening currently? What is happening? This is so bad.
It was in his 1A franchise lane. Does that make sense? So when he goes 6A, he will have earned an extra, let's do the math, all right? 340 times 100. How much is that? $34,000. Who doesn't want an extra $34,000 in their pocket for connecting the upstream to the right person?
Do you know why this is even worse than most other MLMs? Because you don't even have to sell stuff. Maybe one. You can sell one thing and make that.
Right? Speak it. Educate them. Don't just send them a video. Talk with them. Have intentional conversations. I asked Gracie and Steven, my first two builders, why did you decide to do this business with me? I had no results. I looked like the crazy water person, right? I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand this structure. And you know what they said? They said it was the belief and the vision and the trust that I instilled. That when I was talking with Steven and we were reviewing the trifecta, the comp plan, talking about like how many people we both knew and who it could benefit, and he came in with 3 K8s paid in full. Who doesn't want somebody to start their business and come in with 3 K8s paid in full? Come on. So talk about the vision. Talk about...
That's $15,000 for the record. Mm-hmm.
How they're going to be getting their money back, because that's all they're concerned with in the beginning, you know? And those people that you do see the potential building this business with, let them know. Hey, you don't have to be like me on stage. Connect me. Connect me. Connect me to your network. And I'm telling you, once people get those 1,020, 1,360 checks, they're going to be like, hello? I want to learn a little bit more about this, right? Next slide. So I was on a catamaran in Ibiza. I love these conversations now. I was just at the leadership dinner and I was just like, I've dreamt about this. Don't ever forget where you came from.
Congrats, Whitney? Question mark? I don't know. It's weird, Flex.
Most people don't know that I lived in a 200 square foot back room for 4 years, just 3 years ago.
Why is she giving Jessie Lee Ward?
My fiance and I building our business in 200 square feet with a 75-pound pit bull. We got mad at each other. There's nowhere to go. You like go like this, and like that's it. That's all you can do. But that pain and that vision, it's up to you. I was hurting so bad that I literally saw this project and I knew in the depths of my soul, I could see it before anybody else can see it. I talk with conviction, I talk with vision, and I call in my family, my tribe, that is gonna create this structure with me. And it's so important that you guys understand how the compensation and the money plan works. So going back to Ibiza, I think about this and I was like, wow, we were the youngest people that qualified for this trip. And we were there with about, I don't know, 65, very successful. We're talking $1 billion company with multimillionaires we're standing alongside with. And I heard there was this man that sold one of his companies for upwards of $100 million. That was like, heard it through the HVAC streets. I was like, whoa, who do I need to talk to around here, right? And we're on this boat, and I went up to him and I said, look, I'm an entrepreneur. I know we are in completely different industries, but what advice can you give me to be growing my business? And you want to know what he said? He was so modest, so humble. He said,
Unlike you, Catamaran and Ibiza Whitney.
build teams of people. Help others achieve their goals. Make them feel valued. And you will gain everything beyond your wildest dreams.
I don't believe her. I don't think that happened. I don't think that's what he said. And I honestly don't even know if that conversation even happened.
That hit. Because people think that this is a pyramid. People think that this is a scam. And you guys need to be more vocal about how this is conscious consumerism. You actually know where your money's going. You don't know where your money's going when you're buying from Costco.
Huh?
You don't know where your money's going when you're buying, Jeff Bezos with Amazon, right?
Okay, you just said where the money, okay.
Would you rather put money into the pockets of big business, or would you rather empower families and change lives and paint that vision for somebody else and what they can achieve?
But that's not what MLMs do. They don't do any of that. No.
Yes. You guys can will this business down to your children. You guys can will this business down to your children.
You can do that also in Arbonne. It means practically nothing.
The EAPA, I'm not doing a training on that, but you can get the EAPA and you can start earning money back for your children's college fund. I've never heard of that before. So really making sure that you guys are empowering, educating, because it comes down to us. The buck stops with us. And like I said, if it wasn't for one person who believed in me, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing here. I wouldn't have made this decision to embark on this business and decide that I was gonna stop being on Entrepreneur Island, lonely, working all the time, stressed. I had already built teams of people with corporate. Why couldn't I do it here? Why couldn't I create a legacy with other people? These two back rows, these are all the water gang back there, right? Like, there are people here that are still in Vanessa's downstream that I'm mentoring because it's about legacy, because it's about that account is going to her 15-year-old son. The month that she passed away, I think she earned almost $10,000. The following month, I think it was close to that as well. So we're talking about something that can outlive you. A lot of times you wouldn't be able to pass your business, your brick and mortar business. I guess you could.
Yes, you can.
But that you still have to work. We're talking about passive income here.
So she passed away, and she still made close to $10,000 the next month. I'm sorry. What do we call that? That's a pyramid scheme. And I know that people can pass away and still make money from family businesses or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She passed away. She wasn't even doing anything. She's no longer on this earth, and I hope her family's doing okay. And they're healing from that. But think about that. She passed away, and the next month she earned almost $10,000 from her downline.
Which is something that I had never experienced. And a lot of people will think it's too good to be true. But this is where you guys need to be not just sending the videos, but having these articulate conversations. I mean, do you understand? Are you open to learning how to get your machine for free? I mean, even if you're you could just get the machine, get the tax deduction, and I can help you. My fiance, on his way to 6A, sold one machine. How wild is that, okay?
Pretty wild, unless you're in a pyramid scheme.
Next slide. So commission evaluations, take pictures of this. We're gonna go through really quick. So K8 is paid in full. We're going to talk about paid in full and financing. So paid in full, when you get a paid in full check, each point is worth $340. SC 501 and Platinum, paid in full, is $285 per point. Remember, you get paid up to 6 points depending on where the sale happens. The Anespa, the shower model, is $185 per point. The Ukon Sigma is $100 per point. And the Ukon DD, paid in full, is $40, but you don't get paid, you don't get a check until it accumulates to $160. And I hear that, Ukon Sigma is what we recommend to get. That's the year one. But you guys can ask your upstream, and I think we have a training on the Ukon, so I'm not going to touch too much on that. Next slide.
Instead of saying upline, they say upstream, or downline, they say downstream, because those have bad connotations. Upline and downline. Same with MLM. That's why they say network marketing, social selling. She's lying and being deceptive by saying franchise, because they're not. That's another word she's trying to use instead. A lot of MLMs and network marketing companies try to say affiliate marketing. It's not, but they try to use these other words because they don't have the connotation that MLM has or upline has.
So next slide is finance. Accounts receivable. Every business needs accounts receivable, you guys. This is so important. And I know the checks aren't as big as the paid in full, right? And we kind of get bummed out. We're like, oh, it's finance. You guys, don't. If the sale is coming down to whether they're going to pay in full or not get it, or they're going to finance or not get it, finance them. Don't hold it back, because accounts receivable is good. Who gets checks in the mailbox from accounts receivable? Raise your hand. And those checks are nice, right? So when you finance, the K8 is financed, you get a check for $50. The SC501 Platinum financed, you get $50. Super 501 financed, you get $50. Anespa financed, you get $50. Ukon financed, you get $50. And Ukon DD financed, you get $40. Again, it pays out when it gets $160. So what do you mean accounts receivable? That means that they are going to pay you out a little bit in the beginning, but the bulk is going to happen when they pay their machine off. So whether they choose the 3 or the 24-month plan or any plans in between that, you're going to get paid the difference once they pay their machine off. So example, you sell a K8 in your 1A lane, you're going to get $50 up front and then $290 when it gets paid off, okay? Does that make sense? And that is per point, okay? So accounts receivable is good. Every business needs accounts receivable. It means that you're basically growing a savings account that is, you're going to get checks sprinkled on you like this. More like we're making it rain, not a little sprinkle or a light drizzle, okay? I know, I see some of you, I went on vacation, I came back, I was in Spain, I came back, I had $8,000 in my mailbox, checks like this. I was like, I love this. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Why didn't anybody explain this to me, right? So important. Next slide. And this is really big. Take a picture of this, you guys. So D1 and SP, so there are actually like ranks. SP stands for special point, and when you are active, you get the special point. The way that you are active is you either have a Ukon under you, and that makes your account always active, or you make a direct sale every 90 days. Does that make sense? So take a picture. I'm not going to go through all of the evaluations. You guys can see the different numbers, and then the special point that comes along with it. SP, the special point, is a minimum of 1 direct sale every 90 days. So when you do that, you get the special point and D1. D1, if you drop down to D1, that means you have not had a direct sale in 90 days.
This is painful to listen to. I'm falling asleep.
So that means that you lose your SP point. D0 means you have no direct sales. You have no direct sales for 6 months. You get a 50% cut without SP. And F, we know F stands for failure. No direct sales after 2 years, 100% cut. So just one next slide, and I think that's it. So, and this is it, you guys. I'm Whitney Marie.
All right, I'm done. Anyway, wow. I feel like I know so much more about Enagic Magic, Kangen Water, and the fact that watching her talk about it, made me think of it even more pyramid schemey than it already was. Wild. I want to know what y'all think. First off, would have hated to be there. That was painful to listen to. And she gave me the ick like the whole time. So let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear them in the comments below. Please don't go to her stuff. You know, y'all know that. We're adults here. Y'all know that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to support the channel. I'd appreciate it. And if you liked the video, feel free to like the video, the thumbs up button. I also have tons of other videos you can watch. I have over 500 videos, so you're welcome to go watch those. And my original videos with Whitney in them, you can go see as well. Thank you so much for watching and being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope it was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Don't join an MLM. Bye.
Show you what I'm all about. Make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about yours.